Hello there, Morons. This is actually a re-upload of last night's video. Someone asked me some questions about, well, one of the questions was simply, what is kanji? And I guess I assumed that you would not be watching the video unless you had done a search for kanji, but I suppose some people are watching my channel trying to learn Japanese and they might not realize that in Japanese there are three, for lack of a better word, alphabets. This is the Japanese writing system. One of them, the most difficult part, is called the logographic, well, what's called kanji, but what is kanji? It's a adopted logographic Chinese character system. Basically, Chinese characters were adopted by the Japanese many years ago. Who knows how long time ago. And they're not the same as Chinese characters. They're a little bit different, but they're very similar. And actually, Japanese and Chinese can communicate to a certain extent just using these characters. The two other more similar to the alphabet are the Japanese they're technically called Japanese syllabaries, and those are katakana and hiragana, but we are not doing those right now. And the Japanese writing system mixes all three and even uses a romaji too, which romaji is, by the way, just the Western alphabet that we use, ABC, etc. But anyway, that's what that is. So that's the first part. The other suggestion was, why don't I tell a story about how you can better remember these kanji? Well, there are those kinds of systems. There's something called the Heisig system, and they do that in that system. I thought, there's no reason to be redundant. You can learn that way too. But I thought I would just teach you how to write it, because that's something a lot of people don't do, is they don't show you the handwriting like this young lady is using now. I've asked her to write the kanji the way she learned as a young girl, and it's very smooth. So I just thought I would show you that way. And actually, Japanese young people, this is the way they learn. They just learn by writing it again and again, and it's actually not that difficult. A lot of people, they kind of say, "Oh, kanji is so difficult," but look, it's just writing lines again and again, and if you practice enough, you get used to it. So I would just suggest you look at this and you make up your own story. Someone said, "Oh, it kind of looks like a person walking." Yeah, I suppose it does. And if it's cold and it's winter time, then you might want to walk quickly to keep warm. I know that's how my dog is. My dog starts shivering if she stands still, but she seems to be happy when she's walking quickly. You can imagine those two things underneath or between the legs, if you want to imagine those are legs like I do, are just snow. But those kind of memory systems really only work if you make them up. So it's best that you do it yourself. I think counting on someone else to make up a memory system for you actually doesn't work as well as if you did it yourself. Another thing that newcomers to kanji may not realize is that most kanji have two possible ways to read it. One of them is called the on reading, and the other is the kun reading. The on reading is closer or often very similar to the Chinese reading. The kun reading is native Japanese reading. In this picture in front of you, you can see that the on reading is pronounced to, and it's expressed in katakana or written in katakana, and the kun reading is written in hiragana and is fuyu. Now, the on reading is usually used when the kanji is combined with other kanjis, and they're usually both written using the on reading. And the kun reading is usually used when the kanji is alone or combined with hiragana. In this case, if you see this kanji alone, it usually just means winter and is pronounced fuyu. Now, in the next frame, you see two examples of how this kanji is used. One of them is mafuyu, which just breaks the rule I said. So as you can see, there are many exceptions to it. Mafuyu just means the middle of winter. Actually, ma is real, so it would be real winter, technically. And then to means suru. That's like I just said it would be. You combine to with another kanji. And min, which is sleep. So to means suru, obviously means to hibernate. Now, my suggestion to most people when learning kanji is to not think about it too much. Just do it. Just write it down, take notes, and eventually you'll start seeing patterns and you'll start getting a hang of it. So that's what I would suggest for you to do as you watch my videos. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you very soon with another Japanese lesson.